Welcome to the third episode of Tobacco Addiction series. Today, we'll be talking to Subhiksha Shankar Raman of NADA India. Subhiksha is a budding development economist from Chennai. As NADA India's Good Health Champion and national convener of NADA Young India Network, she's here to speak to us about effective measures for youth engagement in tobacco control.
Namaste. I'm glad and thankful for the opportunity. I feel this platform is very good. It has a very good initiative and it gives me great pleasure to be a part of it and support it. So, the NYN is a 1700 member network at pan India level that identifies and recruits young volunteers like us to train and empower them to realize about the importance of their good health and also support them to advocate for the same.
So I'll start with the questions. What all practical approaches does Young India Network adopt for tobacco prevention, control, surveillance, and evaluation on ground level?
The NYN, although a pan-India level network, has set up 15 well-being clubs across 3 states, Haryana, Punjab and Himachal. These 3 states are its primary focus areas for its concerns related to tobacco control. Now these well-being clubs engage in various activities, starting from identifying and gathering more members to join their network, to training and sensitizing these members, to engaging them in various surveillance activities like surveilling tobacco vendor practices, monitoring COTPA implementation policies, monitoring tobacco industry practices, and finally to also engaging these members to mobilizing the support from various stakeholders like from the public or from the local governance level so that collectively they all can take action for tobacco control. Now this well-being club is basically like an assembly of concerned young and strong individuals who feel safe to be able to take action on tobacco control. Now the safety can be identified in such a way because the safety enables them and to empower them to express their voice, and it is built solely through awareness creation, sensitization programs and forming connections with them with like-minded people so that they have an elevated platform to express their concerns that guarantees to make them heard at the top level decision of policymakers. Therefore, NYN follows a 5-step process of identifying, training, engaging, empowering and action to allow young people to take part in tobacco control at a ground level.
So, what are the challenges faced by you in supporting alcohol and tobacco prohibition?
The NYN is currently involved in seeking the public and stakeholder support to have the government to increase tobacco taxes. Now for this to nurture, it works at a community, state and a national level by following the 5-step process that I discussed in the previous question, which sensitizes, trains and mobilizes stakeholders for their support. It gives young people to join a weekly forum called the Act on Youth Forum. It is a weekly session to discuss various concerns regarding tobacco control policy measures. This is mainly a youth-run public forum which helps the NYN to connect at a ground level, at a grassroots level, or basically with the community members directly on a regular basis. Now it does several more activities. One such is like creating fact sheets on tobacco tax and state portfolios. These are created to give a holistic awareness for the youth so that they can take a fully informed choice on their own. It is also involved in monitoring tobacco industry tactics concerning price mechanisms, about how they deviate prices and how they still try to maintain a more affordable price for a lot of young people and people from any economic background. The NYN encourages the youth to try anything in or even beyond their capacity to seek for tobacco control. Usually as a young people, our natural mode of response is through our own voice, right? So the NYN supports so many people to communicate their concerns through letters. It helps them to post their own letters directly to our Prime Minister and even our Finance Minister or Health Minister. Along with the public support, we also need the local governance support. So together, the NYN has supported nearly 500 people to write letters expressing their concerns throughout this 1 year. And these letters have been sent to top level decision makers. It works hard to gain the support of media as well, because through media we can ensure the visibility of our actions and also gather more support, because media can help us to reach further out to more young people. We celebrate a couple of important days, and these days mean a lot to us because they reflect our values, and such days are World No Tobacco Day, World Environment Day, International Volunteers Day, Universal Health Coverage Day, and also the National Youth Day. On one such days, we hosted two of our major events called the NYN Chandigarh Meet.
Are you only into raising awareness or also help people already using or addicted to tobacco?
As a team, we are currently working to achieve a considerable increase in the tobacco taxes. For the same, our practices involve meeting, discussing, sensitizing, and mobilizing support for various stakeholders like MPs, MLAs, Panchayat members, tax commissioners, and many more at the local governance level. Since they are representative of their own people, their opinions matter a lot. Unless you have established contacts, it is quite challenging to get an appointment to meet with them. And even if we do, there is no guarantee we have their full support on the concern. Secondly, getting the support of a stakeholder also depends on how well their people's concerns are represented in front of them. As if majority of their people are worried about the harm inflicted by the tobacco in their communities, then our representatives would definitely take a favorable action. So it is also challenging to train the youth, to sensitize them and fully aware them to be able to understand the tobacco inflicted harm on not just their health but also on their political and economic well-being. Only then they can mobilize stronger support for the tobacco tax increase. Lastly, a similar platform whose support is mainly needed is the media. Media includes newspapers, radio channels, TV channels, social media, etc., which connects so many people from different socio-cultural and linguistic backgrounds. Hence, meeting, sensitizing, and getting their support also requires consistent efforts.
Why is there a need for tobacco tax increase? How will this impact the tobacco consumption in the country?
When it comes to tobacco, people mostly only talk about the impact of it on one's health. But there are greater impacts caused by it related to political and economic aspects of people's lives. The element of lax taxation, or for that matter, how tobacco impacts the child rights of a young person, is few such areas which people generally don't focus on due to their lack of knowledge. So we are creating awareness among young people on what all they can do more than what they were already doing or what they have not done. We help share awareness on something that has been hard to talk about and which requires more understanding on the subject through facts, which we have generally been avoiding as it was difficult for us to understand. Such examples of facts include economics and taxation policies, tobacco industry tactics, or even habit-forming consumer behavior theories, etc. When you listen to others speak, we come to an understanding. Hence, awareness creation leads people to be tempted to do something, and which is exactly why I am also here with NADA Young India Network. Now, I wish I could have had the chance to meet the finance minister as well. So, to summarize, NYN is working towards tobacco control. One of the mechanisms for tobacco control is through tobacco tax increase. According to WHO, approximately one person dies every 6 seconds due to tobacco, accounting for 1 in 10 adult deaths. The annual economic cost from all tobacco products is estimated to be rupees 1,77,341 crores in the year of 2017 to 2018, which amounted to 1% of India's GDP. Can you imagine how costly the effect of tobacco has been on our country's GDP? So, raising the prices of tobacco products through tax increase is proved to be one of the most effective policies, not only to reduce tobacco use but also to raise tax revenue for the government. Especially during the time of COVID, it has proved to be a win-win policy as it can address economic shock from the COVID-19 pandemic and also directly reduce COVID-related comorbidities. The WHO recommends to increase the existing compensation cess applied on cigarettes and smokeless tobacco products so that the total tax burden reaches 75% of their retail price. This could raise an additional total tobacco tax revenue of rupees 66,628 crores from all tobacco products for the country. Hence, NYN is working towards awareness creation on the benefits regarding increase in tobacco tax as an effective measure for tobacco control.
Thank you so much for your time. We truly appreciate this and it was great having you with us.
Thank you.